after finding out that I spoke another language, he said, he talked about the creative service, the artistic services, and he said, so this is this you can do, no matter what language you speak. These images, just to paint Krishna. He said it. This speaks to anyone, anywhere in the world. It brings Krishna directly into their heart and into their mind. He says, this is not unimportant. This is great service. You should be convinced of this. So, the artists were beginning to feel more easy about, the pressure that was on them to stop painting and go out and distribute books, because there was that anxiety, but not being good enough. These people, they can only just sit there and paint, second-rate citizens. But Prabhupada was like, no, he said, this is actually very important. So sometimes you can think of it as an even more important service, because it is not restricted. You have to translate into so many languages, and maybe a good translation, maybe not. But this, he said, this is direct preaching. He said.
The dancers wanted to go be accepted more, and the book distributors were recognized, and the dancers and thespians were just like there. And so they asked me what to do, so I said, well, let's have a command performance for Srila Prabhupada as he comes into the LA compound. So they came in, and they had costumes, and they did it on the lawn, some Bharatanatyam type dancing and stuff. And then Prabhupada saw me, and he called me over to the car, and I said, the dancers and theater people would like to do a command performance for you. When would you like it? He said, tomorrow. So they did it in the temple. And as it was, I think Prajapati played Baladev, and somebody else smaller played the Pralamba demon, and Prajapati they were falling before he even had a chance to dispatch him. And they were clawing a cloth on the edge of the temple, and I looked over at Prabhupada, and he was laughing. So the next morning, we're in the BBT warehouse, and Ramaswara's talking away about it, or these are the books, and these are the books. And this is one of the times Prabhupada was reading minds, I guess, because he said, where's Prajapati from that performance? And of course he wasn't on the walk, he wasn't a big gun, so somebody ran to get him. So when Prajapati came, Prabhupada said, let us distribute these Krishna conscious arts in every town and village, just like the books. And so they were able to go to India, and it was an affirmation for something else, that if your inclination was not to stand in a Kmart, maybe you still could be valuable.
There was a devotee, whose name at that time was Patitudharan, tall and lanky and very individual, much of an individual. He danced in his own way, he talked in his own way, he in short, he was unconventional in many ways. So he obviously didn't fit into that narrow category of, book distributor. So he, obviously going on in his own mind, some dilemma. So he said, after a nice big kirtan in temple, Prabhupada gave a lecture, and then all of a sudden he said, are there any questions? So he kept, out of the blue, he said, Srila Prabhupada, we're all here, he said, I'm paraphrasing, he said, we're all here eager to hear what will please you. We want to do what is most pleasing to you. We've heard so many, there's so many different types of service is dear to you, and some, as you have said, is more dear. will you tell us clearly what is most dear to you? And Prabhupada said, just chant Hare Krishna and become simply wonderful. Eat simply wonderfuls and become simply wonderful. That is all. Hare Krishna.
When I was the president of Calcutta, again, Prabhupada had his office and he would meet his disciples there, and I was the president. Theoretically, I should be, sitting right at his feet and be the center of everything and, sharing and hearing all the nectar and everything, but I was always very shy. And I thought, let me go out and make more members. Prabhupada's here, I should make an extra effort. But what I did get a chance to see by being kind of in the background or on the outside was that Prabhupada also had all his senior men coming there, and he had his Mayapur Vrindavan fund, money that he would give out. And it was very, very interesting to watch how the leaders, such as Jayapataka Maharaj and Bhavananda and Tamal Krishna Goswami and Giriraj Swami and Guru Das from Vrindavan, and they would all come, and Prabhupada, he didn't pick a project that he wanted to favor as much as he would look to see how much the devotee was enthusiastic about his project and how much he was prepared to organize it and manage it well. And on that basis, he would allot funds. So it really depended a lot upon the enthusiasm in the individual for a particular project. And I think Prabhupada, again, I think Tom Hopkins in the World of Hare Krishna video, he noted how Prabhupada would tell someone, go out and start a magazine, and the devotee never knew anything about a magazine, and he would say, Krishna will help you. I kind of saw that also, that he really just would look for enthusiasm, look for a spirit of depending on Krishna, and he would reciprocate and respond to that.
So Prabhupada saw Krishna in everything. He said that if Govinda slaps you, you accept it as mercy. It was during the Pakistan-Indian War in Delhi, and some people were saying, now we have blackouts and you're not putting the lights out, and aren't you afraid? And Prabhupada said, we're not controlling, you cannot even control your toothache, your stomach ache. They said, but what if the bomb should come? And Prabhupada says, if the bomb comes, I will see it as Krishna. And he looked up like that.
Then another time, we were in a car coming from the airport to the temple, and I told Prabhupada that we were thinking about renting a store and calling it the Krishna shop. Prabhupada said, no. He said, call it Hare Krishna shop. He said, let them say Hare Krishna once in their life. And then he told the story of a Puranic story of a man who was charged by a boar, a wild boar. And he screamed, Haram, Haram, which means untouchable, dirty thing. And at that point he died. The boar, injured him, and he died. And Prabhupada said he went back to Godhead because he said, Haram. Now Haram means untouchable in Urdu, or whatever language was spoken at that time. But because it approximates the name of God, because he said that, he went back to Godhead. So Prabhupada said, this is how powerful the holy name is. Therefore call it Hare Krishna Sat. Let him at least walk by and see the name of Krishna and say it. So it was very, I was very, pleased to hear that. And when we did open something up, we called it Hare Krishna Sat.